What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You never miss a video. You never miss a stream. It is Thursday. It's Thursday, July 21st, day 16 inside the Big Brother house. Wild. 16 days, and tonight we're going to have the first live eviction. But not exactly. So we do have a few things that have happened. So we know that tonight's episode won't be airing, right? There was supposed to be a live eviction tonight. It's not airing live. It's being moved to Sunday. That's when we'll see the actual eviction episode. We'll see the HOH. We'll see the nominations. It's going to be a 2-hour episode on Sunday, 8 to 10 o'clock. Now, I will be live here on the channel doing a watch along for that. We assumed that meant that the episode was then going to be pushed, and because of that, the live feeds would be turned off as well, right? They're not going to film the eviction episode and then show us what happened on the live feeds. They would never do that. Well, guess what? That's exactly what these crazy people are doing. Listen, I gave Big Brother some credit earlier in the season as well, because I said, look, the live feeds this year, I gotta be honest, there's a lot less cuts in, especially the past, like, let's say 4 seasons, right? Going all the way back to like BB20. BB19 wasn't as bad. I don't remember BB19 being as bad as this with, like, every 5 seconds, oh, we'll be right back, going to the fishes, going to, the other screens, cutting away. BB20 really did it a lot. I'll be honest, BB21, I stopped watching halfway through. I still have never finished that season. I watched the final episode. That one, I don't remember as many cuts, but I'm sure they were there. BB 22, the All-Star season, so many fucking cuts. Oh, there were so many cuts. They would cut, the house guests would sneeze and they'd cut away. 23 had a lot of cuts and downtime with the feeds. BB24 has really improved, and this is a shocking moment for me right now. I don't know if you guys can actually hear that. I had the feeds on. They're sleeping. They're sleeping as I record this. It did the we will be right back, so they're probably waking them up for the day for the eviction. So Thursday's episode's been moved to Sunday. It's a special 2-hour episode. The live feeds, though, will return Thursday night. They will return Thursday night. This is huge. This was not only confirmed by the Big Brother official Twitter, it was also confirmed on Paramount. Have no fear, Thursday's episode may have been postponed, but the live feeds will return later that night after the eviction has commenced. You also won't want to miss the epic 2-hour special episode, which of course you're going to want to see the episode because you're going to want to see what happens with the eviction. But what this means is that at some point tonight, I don't even know exactly when. If I were Big Brother, this is what I would do. At 9 o'clock, when the episode's supposed to go on, feeds go live. Feeds go live. I feel like you film it, right? Because the feeds are probably going to go down today around like 3 o'clock. Film the eviction, film the HOH, whatever you need to do. Then put the feeds on 9 o'clock when it was supposed to come on. Because all your Big Brother fans are going to be sitting there waiting. They're going to be sitting there waiting. They're not going to be watching the trial about the stupid people who did stupid stuff, who listened to a stupid person. They're not going to be listening to that. They're going to be waiting, trying to find out what's happening inside the Big Brother house. So put those live feeds on, baby. Put them on. What we're going to be doing tonight, though, what we're going to be doing is over on my Twitch. I'm going to go live at some point over there. And what I think we're going to do is kind of hang out and wait for the feeds to come back. If they come back before I'm live, awesome. We can talk about what's happening. If not, we will go live and we'll try and hang out and wait till the feeds come back. I'd imagine they're going to be back somewhere between 9 to 12 o'clock. Right? Like 12:30, 1 o'clock. They might bring it back like after like what would have been the West Coast airing of the show. But maybe we get them sooner than that. Maybe we don't. So I will be live over on Twitch. You can find the link to that in the description down below. There's going to be a linked comment down below as well that you can look at to find the link to my Twitch. We've been doing the Sunday watch-alongs over there, but I will switch the Sunday watch-along over to here because I know all you guys want to be able to watch the live eviction with me and see what happens. Although I keep saying live eviction. It's not a live eviction. It's just going to be an eviction that was pre-recorded, and then we're going to watch. Now, as far as the programming news is out of the way, let's talk a little bit about what actually happened on the live feeds. Last night, it was still, Pooch scrambling around. Pooch did learn something yesterday that really threw him off. Several of the girls know about the name of the boys' alliance called Oasis. They were filled in by Daniel the other night. Daniel was like, yeah, it's called Oasis. Terrence, you're not in it. Did you know about it? Terrence was like, I'm not in it. And that's when they ended up actually forming a new alliance up in the HOH. A bunch of them, they're calling themselves Old School. We'll pull that up on the alliance chart in just a second. But Pooch was running around because he heard about the girls knowing not just that there's a guys' alliance, but they know the name of the alliance. He's like, someone screwed me. That made him a little bit more nervous. Pretty much everybody except for Pooch. I think Pooch at this point knows there's a good chance he's leaving, but it's going to be close. Like, he thinks it's going to be like maybe a vote. Maybe it comes down to a tie. He's still thinking like, well, yeah, like I'm in danger, but I'm still staying, right? There's a chance. He doesn't realize it's done for. Monty's on board with it now. Kyle's on board with it now. Even Joseph is on board with it now. I don't think Turner is fully informed of everything. Especially last night, it was Monty, Kyle, and Michael in the car room. They were like kind of getting ready for bed. Turner had been upstairs talking to Pooch, trying to figure out like what's happened recently, what's going on. And as soon as Turner walked back into the room, because Kyle, Monty, and Mike were kind of talking game and like what next week's plan will be, and honestly, what next week's plan for a lot of them, at least what they're saying, is Taylor and Turner. But I don't know if that's 100% the plan for everybody. I think that might just be the plan that Monty is throwing out there right now. So as soon as Turner walked into the room, they stopped talking. So once Pooch is gone, it's just like a lot of them were saying. Pooch is the head of the snake. Turner's the tail. As soon as you cut the head off, Turner doesn't know what to do. So that's kind of the situation with that. We can go over the alliance chart here. There is a few changes from the past few days. They are calling Paloma's posse Pose Pack now. We've got the addition of the Outsiders we had the other day. Right above Pose Pack, you got Old School, that alliance I was talking about that was made up in the HOH room. I think a lot of these like little alliances that I have on here, a lot of them are going to go this week. Like, for example, the Pooch, Turner, Alyssa one, that is it really real? Probably not. There's a few things that you might have heard about that you're like, oh, what about the Amira Monty final two? Well, I didn't include it because it's bullshit, right? So one of the things that happened was Monty went to Amira, tried to start a final two. Amira went around, started talking to everybody, and then being like, yeah, Monty tried to do a final two with me. That word got back to like Kyle and Joseph and Monty, and now he's like, well, we can't trust Amira. So that's kind of the thing, right? If I know for a fact that an alliance is like 99% bullshit, I'm not going to include it on here. But there's a lot of cases where, for example, Oasis at this point, right? Everybody knows about it. Daniel's not really involved in it. The guys are going to be voting out Pooch because they have to. But for the most part, like, they're still together. If they want, if they could, they would keep it together, right? So that's why, like, I'm keeping it there. Whereas, meanwhile, the Monty and Amira thing, that's never going to be a final two. They're not loyal to each other, right? It's not a thing. But yeah, this is how kind of things lay out. Hopefully this chart can kind of help you as you're, especially with the live feed, sifting through how things are working out. And we'll see how this changes for next week's alliance chart as well, because I have a very strong feeling that half of these alliances are going to be gone, and we're going to see a big change in the game. By the way, it's messy. It's messy this season. There's so many crossed alliances, and mostly all the alliances are known about, right? Like Old School, I don't think Old School's really known about by anybody. Oh no, because Amira, I'm pretty sure Amira did tell Kyle about Old School. I think she did. I think Amira did tell Kyle about Old School. So at this point, there's no alliance that's really not known by anybody. Maybe the Outsiders. I'm pretty sure the Night Shift's kind of known, but like not the name necessarily. But yeah, it's a crazy season where not only a lot of the alliances are known about, but the names are even known about, right? Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, these three, they're an alliance. No, we even know what their name is. Like, it's absolutely insane how this game has kind of unfolded here. Meanwhile, poor Taylor, still not officially in any alliance. Not officially in any of the alliances. Everybody's kind of like wanting to use her and maybe hopefully kind of keep her as a target, maybe take those shots for you, but nobody's officially brought her into an alliance, which is a mistake. At this point, bring her in. Get her close. Be like, listen, Taylor, I'm working with you. I'm not putting your name up. I'm not voting you out. Give her those promises. Let her know that you're truthful. Make those moves, because she's a free agent right now. I feel like if you're in that house, right, and you're able to lock up like Tyler and Michael, who's still, he's out there, but he's kind of floating. He's doing his thing. Michael's doing a really good job in the game so far. If you were able to grab like those two, oh, you'd be set. You'd be set. But nobody seems to be wanting to make those moves necessarily. We'll see how it all plays out. I'm excited to see how the live feeds turn out. We've got a lot that's going to happen. So not only are we getting the eviction on there, there's supposed to be a twist. It's like the BB besties, BB buddies, whatever it's supposed to be. Some kind of pairs twisting is going to be happening. We don't know how the pairs are going to be formed. We don't know what that's going to mean exactly. Will that pair be put up on the block together? Will it be 4 people up on the block, 2 pairs up there together? We'll have to find out all that on the feeds, and it still might even be a little confusing until we actually see the episode, because I don't know how much the house guests are going to talk about how the twist works. So we'll see how that works out. We'll try and figure all that out this weekend. It's going to be a lot of detective work. This weekend to figure out what's going on exactly in the house without the context of all the rules behind the twist. We're also going to see the aftermath of the eviction, which is going to be a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, what the HOH is going to do with this new twist, how that's going to change their nominations and everything moving forward. But once again, I think that brings us to the end of the update episode. I guess it's kind of an episode. It's kind of an episode of something, right? That brings us to an end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, live on Twitch tonight, kind of waiting for the live feeds to come back on. Links in the description and the top comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Smash that like button, especially if you made it all the way through this video. Hit that like button, and I will see you next time.